So Excel can make it really easy to split data into multiple columns if you need to do that. It can actually save you a lot of time. So let's imagine that we have a column with a person's full name in it. We want to split that up so one column is the first name and another column is the last name. So to do that, I'm going to select the entire column by clicking A up above, and then I want to go to the Data tab and click on Text to Columns. Now what I should see is this window appear, and I want to choose the delimited option, so characters such as commas or tabs separate each field. And so the way that we're going to think about this is the space between the names actually separate the fields. So I'm going to click Next, and I'm going to choose Space as my delimiter. Now when I do that, I'll see in this preview that the names are now separated into separate columns. And I'm going to click Finish, and what I'll do is change this to the first name, and I'll change this to the last name. And I'll adjust the widths of the columns to clean this up a little bit. There we go. I've easily split this into two columns, and if I had to do this manually, it'd take a lot of time. So let's take a look at one more example. In this case, we've got data about bike rentals in Washington, D.C. We've got the ID, the date, the year, the month, the weekday, all this information. But what's happened is that when we paste this in, it all just stayed in column A. What we want to do is actually separate this out, and the way that we know how to separate it is by splitting it at the comma. So what I'm going to do here again is select column A, where all the data is actually stored, and then click on Text to Columns again. I'm going to stick with delimited, and then in my delimited options, I want to choose comma instead of space. So now I should see all the fields in their own column, and I'll click Finish, and there we go. Thanks for watching. Now, if you want the link to the sample file used in this video, it's down in the description, as well as a link to an Excel course if you're interested.